Hollywood is trash anyways. There are plenty of directors who I enjoy the work of, and actors who I like their craft. There are plenty of good movies made.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason?
Thanks.
For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight, and make sure not to stray.
I'm great at answering questions. As a system, it's rotten and needs to go away. I mean, it's not one system, it's a series of interconnecting systems, and I can agree that some of them are pretty terrible. How producers manage money and what projects are allowed to proceed and not proceed. The studio system largely is the problem there. But every once in a while, that studio system does allow for movies that couldn't otherwise be made. I'm a big fan of movies, so I tend to watch a lot of them and enjoy them after all. He can go any way he wants, exactly, Krios. This is 2019, damn it. Alright, well, he went that way. Vaguely person-shaped smoke. I was like, what?
That fragrance. Damascus rose.
Alright. I'd love to find some tinder boxes right about now. We haven't found one for a little while. Oh, is that one? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's the careful way he opens doors that really endears me to Daniel.
22nd of June, 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth.
I loved it.
I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
I was just crazy, it turned out. Get out of here, little mustache hair. Oh, hi. I love tinder boxes. My God. There's like one stray mustache hair that just driving me nuts. It's the problem with facial hair. That and the fact that when you drink wet foods, or you roast marshmallows for that matter.
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been
Fellow facial hair haver.
one
Yep.
might think. The pieces.
It is a brotherhood. We understand.
strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday,
It's
I
just a
took
water
careful
bottle.
measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith
I don't know
eased
if
my
that's
mind
necessarily true
a
there.
bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
I'm going to try putting some up my butt. There you go, buddy. Give you some light. There you go. That's a good Daniel. You know what? Let's even light a candle. Give you a minute. It's not how stones work. It's not how glass work easy. Oh, we're just 3 dots for sanity. Seems good. I don't know if there's any helping Daniel right now. Oh my god. To be honest, I have like a light headache, and this game is making me somewhat nauseous right now. I'm struggling. Stare at the candle for a bit. Let's give this man a moment. Just for emergencies, you know. I'm pretty sure it's like an urban legend that glass like slowly weighs itself down and gets fatter on one end. I think it originated with stained glass windows. They were saying that about it. Good lord. How long do I have to stare at this? Gonna try and tough it out, but we may end up with a shorter stream than usual tonight. But I'll try my best. God damn it. Keep staring at it. Alright, I've been in here. Oh. Pretty sure I've been in here, though. And clearly I'm missing something because... like, we know the monster's about. How's it possible it despawned? My god, oh. It is wildly nauseating. Stupid headache. Give him a moment. A journal. No mementos are available. Just trying to figure out what I'm doing. Guessing we're just trying to find our way to a new area, so there's like a continuation here, a path. Jesus. Damn it, game. Alright, the crank and pulley. Yeah, here. Alright, maybe that'll do it. Clogging. Okay. You're fine. Son of a... There you are. Finally. We got there. He crashed to the surface. The dark Atlantic water smothered him as he struggled to make sense of a word that I didn't get to in time. Oh no. So there's a terrifying monster standing right there, but he's invisible. Oh my goodness, Miss Ginge is raiding? How is it going, everybody? Welcome to the scariest part of Amnesia, the goddamn water area. Oh, it's right next to us. How's it going? How's your stream? Krios, could you give Miss Ginge a shout out with exclamation mark SO and then space in her name? Specifically the channel that rated.
No, no.
God damn it. How's it going? It's spooky ASMR. Thank you very much, Krios. It was great, I'm glad. How's my stream? Well, I am terrified at the moment. We've got a very invisible monster in the water. Oh god, no, 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 no. I do not care for the invisible water monster. Alright, there's a door. Come on. If I click on it fast enough. Yes, monster water hype. The gate is too heavy. There must be an opening mechanism. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get that sound effect stuck there. Alright, well, we're looking for something. No, no. No, no, no. Alright, there's another room nearby. Here we go. No, 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 it's right. This part's very scary. I got some laudanum. Oh no. I only have one more jar of lamp oil. That's no good. It's gonna be a very dark exploration. No, you were right to leave before. Oh god, no. Laudanum. Vacation hype, nice. It's so dark. I don't want to use my lamp oil. No one's in the water. Calm down. Like, I don't see anything special. But we know there's something that opens the door. Okay. Buy ourselves a little bit of time. I don't want to accept the darkness. The darkness is scary. God damn it. I don't know where this is. It's no good. I am not a happy camper. I know I didn't find it yet. Where'd the monster go? Oh, he's way over here. Good night, disposable account. Sleep well. Feel better. And I know how you feel. Like I said, I have a little bit of a headache, so I'm starting to get a little nauseous playing this game. Oh, here we go. Is there any tinder boxes in here? Oh god, is the door slowly going down? Of course it is. Oh god, is it in here with me? No. Oh good. Just have to go for it. Alright, we're gonna use that as our new base of operations. So I think we have to turn this knob. Nope, nothing here. messed up. A lot of splashing. Where's the other box? No, my box. I need lantern oil. There it is, there it is. We're in. Oh no. I'm all out of laudanum too. What? Alright, I can see that I need to operate something on the door. Or I need to find a key in here? No. No. Dead flesh can act as a distraction. Alright, so where are we? Oh man. F indeed. He runs fast when he hears you. Oh, he's eating it. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Oh, get it, boy. He sure does love that meat. This buys me a moment. Hollow needle. I wonder if we could just use that on the door. All right. Something large brushed against his leg, and he felt himself being dragged along by the current of the beast. He pushed himself above the surface. "Help!" he cried as the ocean swallowed him again. Alright, we're past the first of the water segments. Whew. You have to open in. I always hit myself in the face. Oh no! He felt himself being hoisted out of the ocean. The lacquered hull of SS Horstensia glittered in the soothing, warm, yellow light of a setting sun. He turned his head to the calm ocean, reaching towards the coast of Portugal, and thought, who could possibly read all of that in time? You're never going to play this. Okay. Safe little area here with a nice baby fountain. Winged baby centipede fountain. It's good cardio. I can't use it there. So we came from here? No. I'm so easily distracted I already forgot where we came from. You're about to head to bed, but you'll watch beforehand? Well, thank you, Pandora. Let this lull you to sleep. Nice nightmare-ridden sleep.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
It's a nice soundtrack. There is a lot of good music in this game, but also a lot of horrifying noises. Alright, we want tinder boxes and we want lamp oil. So it doesn't matter if it's a dream or a flashback, we'll still have the things.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party.
These segments really remind me of Eternal
After
Darkness.
searching for days,
We should really play
they
that
found
game.
the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Spooky. You can't grow a full mustache, you have the reverse Charlie Chaplin. It can take time sometimes. Like for the longest time I couldn't connect my mustache to my beard. But eventually it happens. No, I didn't want to click on it. No! It's alright, we can enjoy a nice little loading screen for a moment. And again. Just peach fuzz. In time, your facial hair will grow. Maybe. Genetics are weird sometimes. Oh, yes. tinderboxes.
3rd of July, 1839.
It's like Moses
Today,
trying to
I picked
part
up
into your
Herbert
nose.
Hill's at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states,
I mean, we've all been
"Covered
stuck in
Daniel
orb chambers
after 1
before.
hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through
There were
the
a lot
ranks,
of
and
Sudoku
Herbert
puzzles
had to
down
take
there.
some extreme measures to continue.
Really
He
pushed their
finally
limits.
visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
That was actually just a Rubik's Cube. You saw Joker, I saw Joker today. It is a rather depressing movie. My review is, it was okay. Like, I didn't like it all that much, but I didn't dislike it all that much either.
Daniel,
What?
still having nightmares, I see.
Andrew, on the other hand, very much enjoyed it.
Can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
Your dad and brother are going to see it, but doesn't seem like you would enjoy it. It's hard to say. Like, it's a pretty downer of a movie. I mean, obviously, it's about mental illness and shoved into the DC mold to a degree. Competently made. I thought Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job. He's a very good actor. But it didn't really do much for me, I suppose. Broken lock, you say?
The key. Please, let it be here.
Joaquin Phoenix? Mr. Phoenix? Is that the man you're asking me to say the name of again? Oh yes, it's almost Heidi time for sure. Yep, I think it might be out there. It's a very slow-moving movie.
July 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly.
God, I love that
Tar
orb.
proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
And it's my favorite bouncy ball. don't remember if the monster keeps stomping around or not. Yes, no, he smokes a lot in that movie. I was joking with my friend Andrew that it kind of felt like Joaquin Phoenix was in every frame of the movie, and in half of the movie he was smoking. Which I don't think is untrue. Man is just always with a cigarette. It actually takes place in the 1980s. Oh yeah, chest orbs, they're great. I assumed we were assembling the orb from Astra Lost in Space. And we were going to go on an adventure. No, I think the monster is properly gone now. I think that was it. I think this was just a little story room. Close enough. 50s, 80s, same decade. There you go. Man, that door close sounds like a gunshot. Yes, Tinder. Back in those days, kids could play in the front yard. Alright, that's not... Oh. Oh no. No one really fought back. That's about it for that room. I don't care for these dog noises. They don't sound like happy puppies. Letter regarding the letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described in the Hortus Conclusus. It was, as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artifact paradoxical, captured within stone. I read that totally wrong. An artificial paradox captured within stone. There we go. I thought it said ossuary at first, and I was like, no, that's just a very round D. It's a discovery. I was staying in a nearby village called Alstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life. But it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine, where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cries of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal, black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still, until this day, I fear its return. I sometimes lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Alstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Gotta catch up on chat here. Oh my god, you're talking about sports? What's wrong with you people? Have you no pride? No sense of decency? It's alright, I played stupid sports too. Hold on, anyone mention lacrosse? That's one thing I had to play at some point. Your school didn't have football, you had no sports teams unless you count Science Olympiad? Hell yeah, Science Olympiad. First thing I did when I got to high school was join Science Olympiad. Because they told me I could make a trebuchet. And now I'm out of lamp oil. Oh boy. We'll just, put it in there just in case. Try and get by without it. You did mention lacrosse, good. Or, no, not objectively good, but... Early childhood for me was a lot of, like, being told I would be forced to be playing certain sports. And then eventually being free of that and getting to go on and play Science Olympiad instead, which is not a sport you play. Chambers of the Human Skull. Never cared for lacrosse. I mostly enjoyed spinning the defense stick as a baton. A staff, rather.
What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's
Poor doggy.
definitely there.
I do not care for this doggy torture. I like puppers too much. Come on. We could do this. Come on, rabbit. A little bit. And now... Oh, yes! Damn it! It didn't work. I believe you mean shuttlecock. Use the appropriate name. Nothing in there. Why did he have to go and hurt the dogs? I don't understand. Sorry, buddy. Sorry that happened to you. Canis lupus familiaris, 1658, April 12th. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genius. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Shuffleboarding? Jesus. Oh, that's a hardcore sport. Anything else fun in here? Nope. Just warm up the fire a little bit here. Oh, tinder boxes. I do like finding those. Oh my god, gotta get rid of this evidence. That's a deeper fireplace than I expected. Really pile it in there. Hmm. 1658, January 9th. Further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I am still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they will prove less of a hassle to acquire. Fishing tournament time? For a split second, I was like, oh, he's playing Animal Crossing. Then I remembered. You're playing Fire Emblem, which also has fishing. Make sure we're not missing anything before we leave this place. Oh, did someone throw lamp oil in here? We're free. We could just leave. There's nothing holding us in here anymore. Or maybe we don't want to go into the woods. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath. Yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Gerald loves fishing. Every once in a while she doesn't quite nail the fact that her character is just super obsessed with that guy. Emergency deaccelerator. We're inventing cars in here. Why hello there, Jimmy. Are we tipsy or just whispering? We're playing some spooky, wispy games. I am not terribly tipsy. Although I am headachy and slightly nauseous, so I guess we have that going. It's almost tipsy. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods, are inserted, It's tipsy, but without the fun part of being tipsy. It's... Alright, that was very profitable for our lantern oil game, but also makes me think we're probably going to be dealing with something scary soon. When's the Anthem playthrough? Listen, I do horror games, not torture. Alright, tinder boxes are good. Both types of tipsy require Advil later. This one requires something like now. It's alright, we're past the really bad segments where everything was very like swimmy vision and the chase through the water. We got past that segment. We're in a nice calm zone, so it's not too bad. So how's it going, Jimmy? I'm sure it's fine. Whatever's down there is probably not after us. Alright, we couldn't make that jump. It's a little bit too far. Tread carefully. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, game. Jesus Christ, so bright. Is this after I touch that stuff? I don't know. Rip legs. I wasn't using them. Can't tell if it counts it as being done yet. No, I'm sorry. I've already read it. I don't want to do it again. I just want to make sure I got all the stuff. It's so bright. Alright, it's empty. That means we're good to go. Oh, it's just like real life. How do they know? So that's where we were a second ago. Guess we're done with this particular area. Been through all the doors. You flipped that. I don't know why I even try sometimes. I don't remember leaving a torso here. I feel like I would remember that. So we did the guest room. And we've done the study, and that's all the second floor rooms here. So that leaves us with... Remember infecting your school laptop with every disease known to man while pirating movies during PE? Very good.
You have an ascending room.
Would it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
And way sexier because no pants allowed in this elevator. I love that he calls it an ascending chamber. I think that's what I'm going to call every elevator from now on. It's like, dude, we gotta take the ascending chamber up to the other room. Well, I guess we should use the elevator because that's what the flashback was about. Obviously, we have to go to the machine room. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, but that's locked. Can't go in there either. And what we got here? Got a machine parts and a surgical needle. And beds was pop-ups, so at least that part of you's safe.
Don't forget your
Oh my
bag,
god.
Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
It turns out the shame hurts so much more than he could ever imagine. Storage. R.I.P. Professor Taylor. Autopsy of Jane Doe is a pretty good movie. I was a little bit annoyed by... well, I can't talk about it too much. There's a subplot that I felt like didn't have any payoff. But overall, good movie. If you want to watch a bad movie, you could watch In the Tall Grass. Boy, is that... Not great. Not great, Bob. In the Tall Grass didn't quite land. Alright, tinderbox is good. Oh god. Alright.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Oh, Screen, you gotta stop doing this, man. Won't budge. I wrote something in my journal. Rubble from the cave-in is hindering further passage and storage. Find a way to get through. The darkness in the storage feels strange and unnatural. Find the key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. And an important key is hidden in the guest room. Oh shit, there's something in the guest room we missed. Get $1 for every time. For everything that you haven't tried to stick your penis into, you could buy 3 things from the dollar store. I want to know what your 3 cutoff points are. What are the 3 things that made you stop and go, nope, not worth it? Alright, we've been in there. I think we came from down there. Yes, it's actually Persona 5 ripoff. Sorry, spinoff. Ripoff. Wrong word. It's so goddamn dark. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I've arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you're ready to go. Love you, Agrippa. Alright, fly sound effect. You gotta leave me alone now. Please. I cannot deal with this fly sound effect. Thank you. So goddamn dark. Alright, we got a bunch of tinderboxes. Let's just go ahead and light that. I know, I want to cry sometimes too. Oh, that's lucrative. I've been in here. Not quite what I was going for. Oh, we need another part. Tindy boxes like candies and torches. So very dark. Oh, here we go. It's rusted. Oh, we need the drill so we can drill into these. There we go. Alright, got partially filled pot. save? Damn it. I'm pretty sure if I mix this one, we'll just die. So obviously we have to try, right? Sleep well, Pandora Reactor. What? And explode. It's actually kind of unexpected. I really thought that would blow up. Alright, we're looking for the collapsed area. But I am unable to form maps in my head. So I need to run around wildly to find it. This is not it. I think it was downstairs. This way. Here we go. Oh, hey. How do... Ah. Oh. Nothing restores sanity like blowing things up. Remember that. Good life advice right there.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Seems awful dark. Alright, let's explore this room before we start going anywhere else. So we've got a number of doors here, but let's understand our central room first. Gimme. Want more things to light. Alright, that's a little bit better. I guess now is time for see what the doors do. Seems like a pleasant place. Sounds like she's having a good time. It's actually a role-playing establishment. They're all just playing Vampire the Masquerade. It's not actually all that scary. A full set of 3 rods is unavailable. There is 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Alright, I'm pretty sure something's walking this way. Maybe not. Additionally, I think... yeah, we have all three. So we need to go to guest room again. We need to start the generator for the elevator. We need a key for the machine room. But we now have the machine parts for the elevator at least. Which I think means we're done down here. I'll just carefully sneak back. Yeah, no, see, that's a bad. What advantages does this game have over, say, a train, which you could also afford? Like a real life train? You could afford to own a train? Or is there a game called A Train? It's a very spooky game. Shit. Don't see him. Disparaging the boot is a bootable offense. God damn it. I wish to put out this candle. Well, hot dog. Oh, we're done down here. It's time to go. We haven't been in here yet, son of a bitch. Let's find and take anything of value very quickly. That's it. That's all I had. Let's just stare at the corner and hope it walks past us. dark. Can't quite see. That's a very good intensive 3-week course. I learned a lot. Alright. Back to the main hall. We're done with the machine room. I feel like this is a safe area in general, like we don't have to worry too much. That seems a little different than I remember it. So we know we're missing a key in the guest room. I move this torso. Alright, there's a key. It's hidden. Sir Will Smith. Alright, lighting that didn't do anything for us. Nice. Really snugly fit that behind there. Hey. I don't think that's supposed to work that way. Whatever, we got it off really hard. Alright, where would this key be hidden? Okay. Sure, just in case. The awful movie? The awful movie was in the tall grass. Watched that last night, boy howdy. Not a good movie. Some fairly funny parts though.
Oh, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
The machine room key. All right. Yeah, in the tall grass was a weird one. They tried some interesting stuff, but like it's a mess of a movie. So I know we usually go for 4 hours for the late night Wispy Tipsy, but I'm gonna call it here because I'm just like struggling. My head is killing me and I am rather nauseous. So we're gonna pick up with Amnesia again for the Friday late night Wispy. And of course tomorrow we are going to resume Harvester, which is just such a weird, terrifying game. I'm very excited to continue that. Then we're gonna play more Noida, which I'm very excited to play more of. Oh, thank you, Rip. I know, like, why this is happening. It's a partial... Allergies were kind of annoying today, and I drank a little bit too much coffee earlier. And it's coming back to bite me. Oh, thank you, Krios. Ooh, to you too.